Damn you, this useless girl. Look at how a married woman like you is dancing and shaking her bumbo in public with these prostitutes you call friends. Don't you have respect for your husband? You have brought shame upon this family.
Mama, please, you go try rest. Today is my day. Please leave me with this your bad energy.
After I disagreed with her about the kind of fairy tale wedding she wanted, she went online and turned it into a whole topic for her fans. The video blew up instantly. Her followers started calling me names, stingy, unloving, even telling her she deserved a man who could give her the full baby girl lifestyle she wanted.
Like, guys, this man doesn't even rate me at all. Imagine he said he can't give me my dream wedding. Jeez, man is so stingy. I cannot reduce my standards for any man. Oh, I know my worth.
When I confronted her about it, she just laughed and said it was all for engagement, for trends, for social media. She told me to relax, that this was how things worked.
You always
in her
do
work.
this. Can't you listen for once?
I am listening. You're just overreacting.
Overreact. This is serious. You know fit just they do as you like.
My dear, calm down. Let's talk.
Talk after what you do.
I can explain everything.
And somehow, against my better judgment, I gave in.
I know say you're not going to call me Mumu. But come on guys, let's be honest. See as my babe fine now. If now you go really leave woman way set like this.
My friends were blowing up my phone too, warning me. Bro, leave her, she's a ticking time bomb. But I didn't listen. Honestly. I felt like I could handle her. Maybe I was just too stubborn, or maybe I was just thinking I could finally have the wedding she wanted and still keep my peace. Either way, I was in deep, and I didn't even know it yet. The wedding day finally came, and just like Cleo wanted, it was big and extravagant. Everything looked luxurious, the decorations, the outfits, the guests, exactly the kind of fairy tale wedding she had been dreaming about. Honestly, it felt less like a wedding and more like a movie set. But during the celebration, Cleo seemed more focused on the attention than the actual reason for the ceremony.
Hey guys, I'm getting married.
She spent most of the time dancing wildly with her friends, drinking, and enjoying the spotlight.
Hey guys, check out my stunning bridal shower outfit from Luxury by Didi. Can your fave ever?
I felt lost in the ceremony. That was supposed to be our happiest day. At some point, she even had a small issue with my mom. My mom was clearly irritated by her behavior, but she tried her best to keep her cool, for my sake, and avoid causing a bigger scene. Guests were watching everything, some entertained, others surprised. Throughout the ceremony, Cleo barely had time for me, or for us to share any special moments. She was busy creating content, dancing with her friends, moving from one guest to another, while I just stood there, watching it all happen. But despite the tension, and the little chaos here and there, the wedding still went on, and by the end of the day, we were officially married. After our honeymoon in Dubai, a trip that cost me an arm and a leg because Cleo insisted it had to be luxurious, I thought things would finally calm down, and we would start building our life together. But that wasn't the case. One day, Cleo told me she didn't want to have children for at least 3 years. She said she was at the peak of her career, and didn't want the responsibility of being a mother yet. According to her, having a baby would affect her body, and slow down her career. And, as someone who modeled for brands, she couldn't afford that. At first, I tried to understand her. I really did. But slowly, I started noticing our marriage felt more like a reality show than a real relationship. Cleo was constantly turning our daily lives into content. Everything had to be recorded, married life vlogs, couple moments, even simple conversations. Sometimes, I felt like I was living with a camera instead of a wife. She also made it clear she wasn't interested in doing anything around the house, not even cooking. She said she wasn't cut out for that kind of life. There were barely any private moments between us, because everything to her was content for her followers. Cleo was always talking about the baby girl lifestyle, and how she didn't want to suffer in life. Even after we got married, she continued partying with her friends, going on trips, living like nothing had changed. Whenever I tried to question her about it, she would accuse me of trying to control her life just because we were married. Sometimes, she even pressured me to participate in pranks and couple content that I wasn't comfortable with.
Time for the prank.
Are you sure about this?
Yes, it'll be hilarious. Just act natural.
She was always attending one event or the other, constantly trying to stay relevant, constantly trying to compete with other celebrities. And the more she chased that lifestyle, the more pressure it placed on me. I was trying to keep up with the image she wanted, the luxury, the trips, the lifestyle she showed online. But slowly, everything started affecting me. Financially, my business began to suffer. Mentally, I was constantly stressed and exhausted. I barely had peace of mind anymore. It felt like I was losing myself little by little, trying to keep up with a life that wasn't even real. Before I realized it, everything I had worked for was falling apart. When things got really bad, I could barely afford the lifestyle she was used to anymore. I even asked if we could support each other for a while, but Cleo refused. She made it clear that she wasn't interested in any 50-50 arrangement. Instead, she kept threatening to leave. And 2 years later, when I could no longer provide the lifestyle she wanted, she finally did. That was when reality
He
finally
wants me
hit
a
me.
whole Cleo the body to follow him and do 50-50 arrangements. As how now? Ladies, any man that cannot foot your bills, run off. I left Odogu for good. I can never suffer with a man.
My parents warned me. My friends warned me. But I refused to listen. Cleo was simply too much for me to handle, and I forced myself into something I should have walked away from a long time ago. Sometimes in life, love is not enough. You also have to know your limits and cut your coat according to your size. Looking back now, the red flags were always there. I was just too blind to see them.
Chai, Cleo has finished me, oh.